Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and where you are watching me from. I'm reaching out from Cagliari, Sardinia, Italy. I don't know where you may be watching me from. Please, I want to quickly share my thoughts on this very photo of this young man behind my screen that is trending online for a very long time now from Nigeria, and right now he's in police custody in detention in Nigeria. And all the photos and videos, comments going to court is trending online. And as a Nigeria, I decided to use this platform to reach as many people, as many audience that I can reach, as so many that may watch and listen carefully to this video, or if this video gets to Nigeria government, because this is now a problem in Africa whereby our traditions and cultures did not support this. There is no way in any of the Africa parts that will support this, a man changing to a woman, to be a transgender and name himself as cross-dressers, of which we all know that a man cannot change to a woman, where you have sexy ladies, beautiful women all around with big boobs, with right shape, all around doing prostitute. They can't make a dime, they can't make money from it. Men don't. How many times will someone meet a woman and pay her and she get rich to that extent? Meanwhile, we all Africa, we are open to spirituality. Africans are open to spiritualities. We all know this art. It's not a normal art. It's a spiritual art entirely. And it's not a brilliant art. It's not an intelligent art. It's an illiterate art. Meanwhile, all these news are trending online around the world in the name of Nigeria, just because of one person. Because we all know this type of people, there are not plenty, there are not many in Africa, most especially Nigeria, that we didn't sign this art of a man getting married to a man, a woman getting married to a woman, as homosexuality according to the law of God. And it's a taboo to our traditions and custom, and this is not many in Nigeria. And this is, if you ask me, if I suggest to control all these things in Africa, because we don't need it and we can never need it, because it's not part of us. That part of spirituality of life is not part of us. Though they may have many fans, I know it's because he will be in trouble now that so many people will talk about it. We say it's not good, it's not that. But all these years, he has been spraying money, pushing money all around. Many people want to see who have money. They want to see who spray money. They don't care how the money comes. They don't even look at the person spending the money. They will just be following money until the person or he or she get hooked or something happen before their eyes will clear. A lady, a beautiful lady that is doing prostitute all around cannot make such money in 20 years. You see a man that grew up in our community, our age mates that grew up in our state. As a man, everybody in the community know his name. Everybody in the community, they share traditional rights with him for a very long time. Suddenly, he became dressing or acting like a woman and telling you that men are sleeping with him. That's where he got all those money that he's getting, that he's using to fame, and that he's using to get followers all around the world, that gives him power. Right now, look at how it is before from the beginning. Look at how it is now when he was trending. I'm sorry, it's not she. Look at now in the police custody, how he shaved his beard as a normal man. All this, if I suggest, will be as a result of those foreigners, white people who travel down to Africa, who travel down to Nigeria. They will go to lure some of those jobless people that doesn't have anything to do with money and lure them into this life. this life so they can equally lure others in the community into all this life to have a generation, although they cannot have generation in our part of Africa. Then all these people, they start to manipulate things, you know, they start to manipulate things, and things happen this way, that a man of our age mates that grew up in our communities, in our states, in our country as a man, go to best women dresser of the year. And men of the country, men of timber and cannibal, rich men, intelligent men or learned men as to be, they crown him to be she to win the best women dresser of the year. I saw it trendy online. I don't even have anything to post about it. I don't even have anything to say about it. Look at ignorance. Look at devilish art. Look at a taboo in our land, in Africa. Okay, right now, the problem has been created. The problem is already there. Now, they have already shared the feelings of men, you know, loving men to that extent. Not that men don't like men. I'm a man. I like man, but not to sleep or penetrate the man. It's not a normal life. It's not even a wise life. It's not an intelligent life. Even if it's a white person or it's a black person, it's a rich person doing that, there is a category that that person is placed on in life. You know, it's not advisable. So Bobrisky is now in police custody, and he has now been manhandled to shape himself as a man. And from this photo is a video I saw from the Instablog, which is the right truth of very dark man saying something that they have taken to the theater, and the doctors have performed their work to see that there is no hole in his body. There is no hole in his body. It's not even that art that is using to get money. Maybe he's committing one crime or the other in a secret form to achieve all this money and deceiving a country where you have professors, you have doctors, you have PhDs, you have all kind of learned people honoring this kind of a person in the first place. You know, but my suggestion, why I'm making this video, I want every fans and followers of this motivational news platform to share this video to reach more people, to comment their thoughts and their advice, and to share this video to reach so many people in the level of government in Nigeria, in Africa, as to what I'm going to suggest to all men in Nigeria that is into one or two things that has been possessed by those foreign white people that is rejected in their land. Because of that, they come to Africa in one or two ways, lure some people they can be able to get in this kind of life to generate that kind of generation of people in Africa, whereby we are not having the same spirits, we are not having the same ancestors, we are not having the same way of life, we are not having the same tradition or culture. I've been watching movies right from child. I know all these things. I've watched this type of life in a movie that they name Mark of the Beast by Nollywood Movies Nigeria. Of which this kind of thing is a sign of Antichrist and is of evil. It's of evil acts. But I wonder why I see so many intelligent people, scholars, learned people dance to it, agree to it, and support it. I wonder. So I never know how to make this video because I am not against anybody, but I'm against the kind of life because it's not even advisable. Even most poor men or average people, they don't even like it. How will a rich person of a professor, doctors, rich people succumb to this kind of life if not spiritual? Because we are not white people. Many of us understand all these things in our own spiritual way. This kind of life is a white people's spiritual life. As from people who live in Europe, all these kind of people, to cause problem or to harm them or to leave them to suffer in jail because the type of life they now find themselves, choose to themselves, is not against any other thing, but they deserve punishment if they will change. I will suggest to Nigerian government to make sure they raid every man that loves to sleep with a man, every woman that loves to sleep with a woman without a normal friendship, without the normal love of God, as brothers and sisters, as a human being, as the image of God. To raid all those people, if you need connections, if you are looking for a way to do it, because I now see most of the African leaders, most especially most leaders in Nigeria, I don't even know. They travel down to Europe, they travel down to America. They know all these things. They can come home, they can correct it. I can help them. All these type of people are needed in Europe. They are good in Europe, Italy, Europe, and all other countries. Let Nigerian government suggest to bring all these people together to make a trade by barter with Europe. If it's in Italy, you can contact me in this inbox. If you are a gay, you are a lesbian, you are living in Nigeria, in Africa, in a black man land, you are needed in Europe, you can contact inbox from this page. You can contact me. I have so many clients for you. Even here in Europe, there are access needed. In fact, if you are not those kind of people, life is difficult for you to live in Italy or in any part of the Europe. All those people, Bobrisky, James Brown, and the rest of them that are not famous yet, and those ones are very plenty now, because when they near this kind of a people, they have a spirit to suffer them, weak them, make them succumb to them, and when they pass them the spirit, they never remain the same. Those ones will be looking for other people to convert to their new game. That is how it's going, and they might have a way of working. You know, it's a devilish act, and anybody doing that have a devilish mind, no matter how good or soft it show physically. We live in Europe. All those type of people are needed in Europe. I am advising Nigerian government, if this video can reach some of the government agencies and personalities in Nigeria, to sign a contract with Italy or in any part of the country in Europe to be shipping all these people and exchange them for valuable resource to enable the good people of Nigeria, of Africa, live very well, and never for them to return, because the kind of life they are living is the life of the Europe people, of the Europeans. As in Nigeria or as an Africa, as a black man, if you are living in Europe, you are not living equal life with white. Most things you cannot live. That's why you see most people, they make video of isolation, they make video of people dying insane without having opportunity to meet people or to go around, because the lifestyle there and the right restriction and their demands and what is popular there is this type of life of Brother Gabriel and Mary. You know, all these people are needed in Europe, most especially in Italy. Anyone that wants to come to his or her land that is doing this thing in Nigeria, in Africa, you are needed in Europe. Free inbox to this inbox. I will take you to people who need you in Italy, in Europe. Most people that live normal life, they are not able to live or go out or to transact in Europe, because those type of people, they are actually the type of people they need. You cannot be in Africa and be living white man or white people traditional life and culture, destroying our Africa culture and making our African ancestors to be angry in our land. All those people, I advise Nigerian government agency to ship them down to us in Europe. in Italy. They are highly needed. They are well paid. The government will protect them. And never for them to return back to Africa. You can see this very young man of our age group that grew up in the same community, in the same state with us in so many years, traveling around the world, going for operations or wherever to change his or herself to a woman, pump his body. You know, right now has been checked without no pussy, no hole in his body. You know, all this magic lifestyle to spoil other people that will come to them, to make it a generation in our generation, which cannot be possible. Please, if you know anybody doing this thing, please kindly inbox this inbox. Let him or her share his information. It's needed in Italy, it's needed in Germany, it's needed in Australia, it's needed in all the Europe parts of the world. Don't be deceived by any white people or Europeans you see they come to Nigeria with some lots of money and influence you to this art. You know, you think it's normal. It's not normal. If you like that kind of life, please cancel your Nigerian the documents. Come to Europe, you are needed. Italian government will take care of you. Europe government will take care of you. They will protect you where you are. And never for you to return back to Africa. Life is difficult in Europe for people who are living normal life to live. Where Bobrisky is needed, Bobrisky is not there, was not there. You are in Nigeria, where you know our tradition doesn't support gay and lesbianism as homosexual, which is unclean thing in our land, making our ancestors and disturbing our tradition. Bobrisky let Nigerian government free Bobrisky and sign a contract with Europe government to use it as an exchange of a valuable resource to enable good people live down in Africa. Let Nigerian government suggest this, as I suggest, as a Nigerian who live in Europe. All this news, all these videos are trending online around the world. A man becoming a woman. This is what we know the Europeans for. This is what we see the Europeans for. This is what the Europeans like. This is what they needed, not Africa. Let Africa import all those people to us here in Europe so we can submit them to the Europe government so they can handle their property. They do not belong to us. This is wonderful. Look at a man that grew up in our community. And because if this one went to school or you have a profession or government is good, there is good resources, you are working. Did anybody want to vote this kind of life? Have you ever seen somebody they gave sugar to and refused to take bitterness? Do you want to tell me that a man sleeping with a man like it better than sleeping with a woman if he have the opportunity or if he's able to get the women? This is why I conclude that most people doing all these things, most men going for men are not able to get women. Yes, because in my most experience, they will be acting or behaving as if this is what they used to get their money. It's a fake life. It's a lie. It's a lie. The people doing it are living with us. We are living in the land where they are doing it. It's somebody who is not able to get a woman that can easily be lured to this, or somebody who is as a victim. This is why I'm against it. Because people living in Africa, they have not fought any victim in any traveling journey or whatever that you may accept this. You are not a victim of anything. It's not forceful. It's out of poverty or out of you cannot get the opposite. Yes, because you have a lot of migrant black Africans who live here in Europe. Yes, they don't have wives. They see women once in a while. You know, many of them, they can't have that feeling. How can you develop such feelings? You know, you that is living in Africa, where all these things doesn't exist, where you have a lot of guests, you have money, you don't have women money. We have a lot of guests in Africa. Every Africa boy, whether you poor or you don't poor, you can have a lot of guests that you want. What do you want to say? That's why I wonder, how does these people used to deceive all these learned people, all these high educated people in the first place, if not secret or spiritually? Because I have seen so many illiterate here in Europe that is suffering, that is black, that is from Africa, and they are living in a foreign land, in a strange land, where they are not accepted, where they don't have rights to live a normal life, where they are living their life every day with fear and hiding. They are not doing all these things. Yes, they don't do all these things. So you can't be in Nigeria, be in Africa, shaming our gods and ancestors and the spirit of our land, most especially our culture, and be living European cultural life in our community. It's against our tradition. So I suggest, please, all fans and followers and anybody that may come across this video, please help me to share this video to reach everyone, to reach most of the government and most of the learned people in Nigeria, to decide or suggest for these gay and lesbianism people living in Africa, which is the wrong places for them, to sign a contract with European or Italian government to ship all those people to them. They are needed right here. They are needed. Most people don't used to go out. They are not free to move. They are afraid. They don't even go close to people in this Europe. Why? Because of all these things. Most of the people, they have been possessed with this type of spirits. When you go close to these people, how dangerous it is. They have a way to manhandle you, to lure you into all these things. People will think that they bought you with money or is by money. Think of it. Whoever has sense that may come across this video, whoever think he or she has sense before, if you trust your sense before, did you think that somebody, a man, will refuse a woman and take a man in a normal clear eye, in a physical eye? If you think that is proper, that is the best, that you choose and support a man that is sleeping with a man that is taking medicine or training his or her body to become fitted for men to sleep with. How many beautiful ladies, our Africa queen that is slaying, that how much will, if you have accounted, how many men that is sleeping with this man that is paying him in all these years that he has made all this money from? Simple questions and simple answers most acclaimed learned people can answer for themselves, if it is normal, if it is not dangerous. This is where I see all these things dangerous to humanity. Yes, it's not a normal life, because I've seen so many poor people, they still able to get women. As a normal life, God created man and woman, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. This is why Africans, most especially Nigerians, you have to take care from these foreigners traveling down Africa, traveling down Nigeria. Most people in diaspora, they are suffering all these things. Most things you don't know, that most people that have seen will tell you, you will not believe. You will think that is their fault, that you must have used to correct the next generation. You will neglect it. This is why Africa is suffering today. That's why I just want to say a little words, add a little words to all these photos and videos of Bobrisky, James Brown, and the rest flying in the air in the name of Nigeria. Meanwhile, so many people are watching it round the world. Yes, and whoever watch it and see another Nigeria beside, we think of that to that Nigeria. Meanwhile, it's only here in Europe that all those life, they allow it, they adopt it, it's their life, they have been living it all their life. And it's disturbing many African people in this Europe. Why you sit down there? Because you were a bit deceived, you were able to be captured by foreigners, because it's foreigners who is bringing all these things to Africa to come and introduce in Africa. Then you start destroying our generation. The last video I watched on Instablog, where Bobrisky, a man of our age group, of our age mates, if I may say, you pump your body as artificial and win best female dresser. And people of high personality granted it. I was ashamed. I wish it was when I was in Africa before. I would have think it's normal because my eyes is not cleared. A poor person living in Europe watching that video, he will just be looking at those leaders, those people that said to be high personnel, rich people that do that crime. He will just be looking at them like a pig. If I'm in the midst of white people or in the midst of Europeans and they are watching that video with me, they will not respect me. They will look me as a pig because it's a pig decision. It's a pig. I did not say big, oh. Pig. P-I-G. I did not say B-I-G. That is a pig decision. A man that you know that is a man. Best women dresser of the year. You gave to a man. And you're thinking that you are playing your game. You are spoiling other people's career, other people's future, other people's life, other people's personality and dignities. I was very ashamed. So, since I've been watching all these videos of Bobrisky being in prison, being arrested, being spraying money and all that, everybody knows that spraying money is normal, even in most of the movies and video makings, you know, in most funerals, because in Africa, when somebody died, they will celebrate. They spray money in the air, which is very wrong. Somebody died for you to just put it in one hole, bury it, you know, you will be celebrating. For many years, it has been like that. It's not by spraying money that the Nigeria EFCC will say arrest Bobrisky. It's either by one or two hook up with all this, his lifestyle. And I cannot be against or judge against him because all these EFCC that said they went to school have been in the same community with this person, with this very young man. Right from birth, I know his mother, know his father, know his next of kin and the rest. Since all these years, all these people are learned not to know that a man that is doing prostitute or that is waiting for a man to come and sleep, how many men will come and sleep with a man in a year that he will make such money from? Meanwhile, that is why I'm still supporting the EFCC, because the money you are spraying with what we know you, that you used to make the money, that you used to have fame as a transgender. How many people is sleeping with Bobrisky in a year to pay him? And who are those foolish people in the country that will leave a woman, even though a woman is not beautiful, it's a woman. You have what all the women have to satisfy your heart desire, and you go and be paying a man to sleep with a man. And now look at the result is out. The man doesn't even have holes in her body, in his body. Okay, all these people that crown this man to win the best female dresser of the year in Nigeria, where are they? is people not still respecting all those people? Don't they still have followers? People are still following all those people, blind people. This is where I'm afraid. Even here in Europe. Here in Europe is where they are needed, though. As little, as poor, as average person that I am. Bobrisky, even though you have money, you are rich. If Nigerian government want me to solve the problem of Bobrisky, I can assist them because I see people living in Africa. Most people, poor people, or people who don't even go to school before that is living in Europe. They are wiser than most of our presidents, most of our senators, because they never see the other side of life. Even though they travel down to Europe, they go to hotels, go to clubs, they travel back. They never live in Europe to study the culture and tradition and way of life of people of Europe. You know, that is why they keep going backward, because they are senseless. Yes, that is senseless and ignorant to the highest order. So I leave this video for my fans or anyone that may come across this video. Please help me to share this video to reach most people, most especially the people that can sponsor all these people or that can make contact for all these people to be shipped down in Europe, so the normal people that we have in Africa can live, so all this problem will not pop up again. Please, I beg every fans and followers, please Facebook allow this live video to go viral. Please leave this video to go on top, to reach more people, to reach more audience. Please, I am begging, and I beg, I beg every Africans or Nigeria, whether home and abroad in diaspora, please share this video to reach people of government in Nigeria, so we can be able to solve this problem together. My suggestion for this type of people in Africa, in Nigeria, instead to be having all this news published on the internet to reach other people around the world, to meet people with good condition as a bad to leave people with a bad mood, people living in diaspora with a good condition, living good life, can just watch all these videos with foreigners and they look down the person. It's a shame to people living in diaspora where all these cases have been tabled. All this kind of life is what we criticize in Europe, and it's in European life, and it's not good to our African lifestyle. It's not good to our tradition. It's not good in our land. It's making our gods to be angry for us. It's making our ancestors to turn away from us as an Africa. As to our richness in spirituality, we all Africans know people doing all this kind of thing. It's an evil act. This is why I wonder, so many people, they are looking for who have money, who has made it. You know, they don't join to made it together to see what they are using to made it. They don't join their house. When they hear somebody blow up, they start following the person, they start talking for the person. Whether the person is destroying their future or their generation, they don't care. All African man thinks is for himself and present. Don't think for others and the future, which is very wrong, which cannot make a country or continent to stable. Please, to everyone that may come across this video, depending on your time and where you are watching me from, I'm reaching you from Italy, Europe, to Africa. Share this video to Nigeria to reach some of those people, those highly rated people in Nigeria, those people of timber and cannibal, those people of high personality that think they are wise, maybe with either their connection in secret with this young man, to make this young man the best female dresser of the year. Hey, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. If I was in Nigeria, I would not understand. If I was in Africa, I would not understand. I would think they are doing the best. This is we deceiving ourselves. Not even when you come to meet other world people or European people. That means they will just dash your brain to the floor. That is why Africa keep going backward, because the mentality, the sense people think they have, the common ones, the common sense is not common with them. This is wonderful. People can suffer in every part of the country. For a man to come and change to a woman is another taboo in our land. And we all know why and how and who that person is and what that person is aiming in the spirituality, in the spiritual life. So this is why I'm begging all fans and followers of this platform. Please share this video to reach audience. Share this video to reach Africa. Share this video to reach every government personality. Please, all this type of people, let's suggest how to position them, and let's be attentive to control people traveling down from Europe to Nigeria to Africa for this type of issues. Yes, it's only the cause. That is only the cause. It's not generated in Nigeria. If I thought it's generated in Nigeria or in Africa, we all are open to spirituality. We know that all these are evil manipulations. Yes, because if you don't say it, people will know why, and people will think you don't know what you are doing. Because who is the man that will leave a woman and follow the man if it is normal? And those kind of people, when they stand, you will see them big, rich, learned, and people respect them. Their decision making will be very poorer than a child, and it destroys a whole generation. This is wonderful. All this news is trending online over time. I'm wondering, I don't even know how to talk about it. The problem is that Bobrisky is in the wrong parts of the world, doing the wrong things. Let Nigerian government, as I suggest, whatever you think, my viewers and those who may come across this video, please feel free to comment. If you like my opinion on this video, you can send me stars. You can simply click on the star button to send me star to patronize me. Please share this video. Share this video for this suggestion. What you suggest, is it good to bring all these people together, since their kind of lifestyle, their spiritual life is not part of the African spirituality, and it's not part of the African mentality, and it's not needed in Africa? If the government should be raiding them to sign a contract with the European government, let us use them to exchange, trade by barter. If we have any other technology or resources that will benefit the people of Africa that deserve to live in Africa, we can know than arresting them, leaving them in prison. It's like another thing, because he has been changed to that. And I know his situation that make him to change to that. That is what is annoying me, that most people, they don't pay attention to when people just tell them something. Oh, they don't pay attention. Even this video now, most people may watch this video, so they never care to watch. All these people are needed in Europe. Why people not doing that are not making it in Europe? They are not living a free life because they are not adapted to those kind of life. Here in Europe, Bobrisky, James Brown, and the rest are all needed. As little as I am like this, though I'm great in the spirit, and God will make me great in life and in physical, I can make such connection for you. Even here, people even chase men, European men even chase black men like women, because their lifestyle, not knowing that the Africans are forbidding it. And those type of people are the people that visit you as a tourist in Africa. When they try to, when they are able to lure one or two persons and just give them little money at the time to boost their head, those ones will start manipulating people for it. At the end, you will think that is what they are using to make money. It's a fake lie, it's a fake life. Yes, those people, we have to use them to exchange for trade by barter in Europe. They are needed in Europe. They are the people they need in Europe. I know even though this video get to the Nigerian government, they will not do something about it. Though I don't have so many followers in this page yet, I'm not content creator. Please comment on this video. Inbox me when you find this video useful. Let's suggest on how we can be using all these people, transporting them to the place where they belong. Thank God, I'm happy so many bloggers and content creators from Africa are now in Europe. They are seeing all those things. Many bloggers talk about it every day. You know, when people in diaspora spread news like that home, people at home don't believe it because they are hearing abroad, America, white people now, where is beautiful. It's beautiful. Do you know what is beautiful there? There are so many things that's not beautiful there, okay, my dear? So, all those people, I suggest, I don't know what you may suggest in the comment section. I suggest the Nigerian government bring all those people together and let's transport them to where they belong, so Africa can live in peace. So all this everyday arrest, you spray money, you no spray money, come go there, come out, very dark man talking about this, very dark man say this. It's not very dark man that turned a man to a woman. It's not very dark man that initiated it. And we all know all this is our initiator out of suffering. Most people that fall victim of it in Europe here, out of frustration and forcing the way of engaging somebody in that act, is very barbaric. And most African people are not exposed to this kind of people, this kind of process. This is why I'm angry and annoyed for our leaders. So please let this video get to audience. See you next time in my next video. Please share and comment what you think about this video and about this transgender, lesbians and gays living in Africa where we don't allow all those things to take place. Thank you very much. I'm reaching out from Cagliari, Italy. I don't know where you may be watching from, but may God bless you wherever you are as you share this video. Please, Facebook Italia, permit this video to go viral to reach more audience. Please, 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 please let this video be on top of the videos to reach more people. Thank you.